In the last chapter, we saw the construction of the body of a fretless classical guitar. Let's move on to the neck, bridge, and the beginning of the finishing process. This is Redbed Luthery. After roughing in the shape of the headstock, it's time to dimension the fretboard and locate it on the neck blank ready for glue up. I'm using Indian ebony with its sapwood still attached. Now onto one of my favourite parts of the build, shaping the neck. I'm using a draw knife to take off the bulk of the material. I've sharpened it well and it is a very aggressive tool. I've got to be careful with it. I use a file to bring down the neck at the nut and heel to the thickness that I want, so I can begin roughing in the profile with the draw knife. I use a combination of a file and carving knife to transition the profile of the neck into the shape of the headstock and the heel. After a bit of sanding, the neck is ready for finishing. Onto the bridge. I saw out the rough shape of the bridge so I can begin filing the profile. I enjoy using edge tool for the bulk of this sort of work, but the grain of this block of Indian rosewood really didn't like my chisels. While files achieve a more smooth profile, I prefer not breathing in the dust it creates. I just need to wear a respirator. I still needed to use a chisel for a fair bit of this job, and it was difficult to get smooth cuts. I made it work though. I use a piece of the ebony fingerboard sapwood as the tie block for the strings. I think it looks great, but we'll see how it holds up to the string tension. I think it will be just fine. I'm sanding a radius into the bottom of the bridge to match the radius of the top. This is very important for gluing up. Finally, I'm able to locate the bridge so I can apply finish to the guitar. It's important to mention here that I had to make a new neck for the guitar. During the glue up of the neck to the body, I made an error in fitting the fretboard to the body that could not be fixed. It worked out for the better, as I was able to make a better mortise and tenon join and create a more original headstock design. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I also had to use a new piece of ebony for the fingerboard, but this one also looks great. I'm using shellac on the top and Scandinavian oil on the rest of the guitar. Shellac is a really thin finish, which is ideal, as you want as little finish as possible to allow the top to vibrate freely. Scandinavian oil is a far easier finish to apply, so I use it everywhere else, as the finish choice is generally not as critical as it is on the top. Next time, in the final chapter, we'll finish off this fretless guitar and hear how it sounds. I'm excited to share it with you. This is Red Beard Blue 3.